Welcome to Jobbed Out, the wrestling editorial that reminds you that AJ Lee was right.
Talent is not sexually transmitted.
Now, my whole intention was to actually talk about Ring of Honor today. We're going to see about getting a doubleheader and a second video out, but I have to talk about this. Now, I know it's coming from WrestleVotes of all people, but they're about as credible as I am physically fit. Still, it's worth talking about, at least discussing. Earlier today, WrestleVotes tweeted that it is being reported that the next 3 members of the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2020 have been leaked. Joining Batista and the NWO are Jushin Thunder Liger, who retired just last month at Wrestle Kingdom, and pregnant E! Network fake reality TV stars Nikki and Brie, the Bella Twins. Now, Liger's a no-brainer. The man has El Santo levels of cred in the wrestling world. For decades, not just being a legend in the ring, but a total superhero. He's had comics, he's had cartoons. The guy is truly larger than life. He was a WWF Light Heavyweight Champion before ever working for the WWE. And of course, he was a WCW mainstay, having even featured in the first match in WCW Monday Nitro history against Brian Pillman. Now, as for the Bellas, this is where the conversation starts. It's a bit trickier for wrestling fans whether Nikki and Brie actually deserve this. There's been a lot of resentment towards the twins. They very much resemble the era of women's wrestling that fans just did not appreciate. They were divas. They were characters more than they were performers, and even when Nikki's work improved, it led to serious neck injuries and a shortened career. It's also believed that they would never have succeeded or gotten as far as they have if not for the people they were dating, in Brie's case, marrying. On top of that, both of the twins just announced that they are pregnant, and by April, they'll only be beginning to show. So, do they belong in the Hall of Fame, or would they fit the ilk of The Godfather, or Torrie Wilson, Koko Beware? You know what I'm talking about, the total disdain and the constant conversation of whether or not they even belong there. Now, with knowledge that the WWE Hall of Fame still doesn't have Terry Runnels or Sable or Miss Elizabeth in their books, I am going to give my opinion on whether the Bellas deserve it after a bit of a rundown. Nicole and Brianna debuted for the WWE in August of 2008, meaning they've been with the company nearly 12 years, even longer when you count Florida. They've won 3 Divas championships collectively, they've won 3 Slammies, but most importantly, of all the women and divas that have come through the company, they have been the ones to get mainstream notoriety. They won the Teen Choice Awards for Best Female Athlete, and of course, the centerpiece of Total Divas and Total Bellas. I remember in New Orleans for WrestleMania 30, there were posters promoting that the Bellas were going to host a party at one of their local strip clubs. Now, of course, they were going to keep their clothes on, but they still had that sort of draw power. Also, fans probably went to go see if they were going to keep their clothes on. I have mentioned in another video about the Bellas announcing their pregnancies that I went to college with a woman who is a big fan of Total Divas while not having a single solitary care at all for wrestling. That means that Nikki and Brie have mainstream draw that has not stuck for the likes of, say, Eva Marie, Layla L, or Rosa Mendez. And since WrestleMania is a giant event that's meant to bring in large swarms of the casual fans, it only makes sense that the Bellas be part of their big draw in the Hall of Fame this year. We can talk until we're blue in the face about whether Nikki's relationship to Cena or Brie's marriage to Daniel Bryan had a hand in their booking on TV, but their contribution when it comes to casuals, to the non-fans, the female audience, and the WWE's ability to expand out of wrestling into other forms of entertainment. Remember, they've been doing this for a while now, trying to get into movies and TV. It just hasn't been done by any women before the Bellas. These two absolutely do belong in the WWE Hall of Fame. And even though the work rate crowd, myself included, will never see them in the same light as a LuFisto or an Io Shirai, they have done a lot for the company. A lot more than Drew Carey did, and will be remembered as bigger, more important pieces of the WWE structure than the ones we argue about annually with regard to whether or not they belong in the conversation. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a well-earned induction for both the twins. It was going to happen sooner or later, and I'm glad it's happening sooner. That's just my take, though. What do you think? Do Brie and Nikki belong in the WWE Hall of Fame, and will they be remembered as pioneers? Or will they be remembered like the Bushwhackers? Let me know what you think in the comments. For now, though, I better get my shoulders off the mat. I have another piece to write about Ring of Honor right now. So thank you for tuning in to Jobbed Out. I'll catch you next time.